Andy Johnson. We are looking at inductive analysis, a way of analyzing data in action research and or qualitative research. Again, action research, systematic observation of one's own teaching practice. It is systematic. You have a plan. Inductive analysis, it's a critical thinking skill, and that's any cognitive process or thinking process broken down into steps. Essentially, you are creating groups. You're imposing order on the field. Here are the steps. Look at the whole. Identify patterns or reoccurring items or themes. Put things into groups and describe the whole in terms of groups. So if I'm looking at something, observing, taking notes, that is what I use. Use to put order on a field. Describe what you see in terms of groups or categories. And I use the term induce order on a field to help me remember and understand inductive analysis. For example, this was an open-ended survey. I asked students what their favorite drink was, and they told me. I didn't give them multiple choice. I said, what do you like to drink? As they told me, I wrote down and I put them into groups. I was able to describe the groups, the number of groups, and the numbers within each group. In a sense, I was quantifying reality. If I'm observing a parking lot, want to induce order on that field, I could use these categories. Now, when you describe and report, you should describe and report from the most to the least, and you can see the bar graph here is done correctly. I am quantifying reality. Bar graphs are one way to report data. And again, I could look at the same thing and have different categories. Here I'm using color, inducing order, reporting. From most to least, I'm quantifying reality. And I'm analyzing and organizing the data for research reports as I am observing and after I am observing. Now, as I'm observing, sometimes the groups and patterns that I see emerging informs my observations, meaning I don't know exactly what I'm going to see as I'm observing, but as I see categories emerge, that's when I create these, and that helps me to know what to look for. And I always allow the categories to evolve and change as I am observing. You can also use a table to report this quantitative data. And again, I'm reporting from most to least. That's how you do it. Creating groups, inductive analysis. Now, this same cognitive process, by the way, is used for a literature review. You research and read all your articles, you take notes, you organize the data from your articles for sections and paragraphs. That same cognitive operation, inductive analysis.